I mean, there are a lot. You have JPEGs, PNGs, SVGs, and so many more. There's also raster or pixel-based and vector formats. I'm going to go through a few of the popular ones to help you understand. Let's start with BMP. This stands for bitmap. It's developed by Microsoft and it's a raster-based format. Bitmaps are commonly uncompressed, that's why we're starting with them. Due to the lack of compression, the file size can be large, not making it very usable for web. Microsoft said, the main purpose of device-independent bitmaps is to allow bitmaps to be moved from one device to another, hence the device-independent part of the name. Bitmaps has a variable color depth. This color depth is defined in the header where it says if each pixel uses 1, 4, 8, 16, 24, or 32 bits. Bitmaps has many compression methods but are mostly not used. Next, JPEGs. JPEGs has two common formats, .jpg and JPEG. .jpeg is the original extension named after the Joint Photographic Experts Group, the people that created the format. In older Windows systems, only 3 character extensions were valid, causing it to get shortened down to .jpg. Meanwhile, Mac and Linux systems allowed the full .jpg extension. The two formats have no difference. JPEGs are raster-based. JPEG is a lossy format, so there is some compression involved with data loss. The compression algorithm can shrink an uncompressed image to a 10th or up to a 20th of the original size. The compression algorithm is based on a discrete cosine transform, or DCT, a mathematical technique that converts spatial image data into frequency components. An image is first divided into small 8x8 pixel blocks. Each block is transformed using DCT, which separates the image information into components with general shapes and smooth color transitions, and components with fine details and sharp edges. Because the human eye is less sensitive to finer details, JPEG reduces file size by discarding many of these less noticeable components. The remaining data is then encoded efficiently using the Huffman coding. This process significantly reduces file size while maintaining visually acceptable image quality. One common issue with JPEGs is that they don't have an alpha channel. But JPEGs do. What? But PNGs do. PNG stands for Portable Network Graphics. PNGs are raster-based and uses lossless compression. So there's some compression, but the original data isn't lost. The compression algorithm is based on the deflate algorithm. First, the image data is filtered to reorganize pixel information in a way that increases repeated patterns. Then deflate compresses this data by combining LZ77 encoding with Huffman coding to reduce redundancy efficiency. Due to being lossless, sharp edges and precise details stay sharp and detailed, but that comes at a cost of being a larger file size than lossy formats like JPEGs. Now let's do something on vector formats. SVG stands for Scalable Vector Graphics. SVG is a vector format, so no matter how far you zoom in, the edges will stay smooth. This is different from raster formats, which will become blocky and pixelated. SVG stores instructions as lines, rectangles, circles, polygons, and paths instead of pixel data. SVG is XML based, which means it can be manipulated with JavaScript and CSS. Okay, the next one is GIF. No, it's GIF. Okay, let's clear this up. Both GIF and GIF are used. Both are listed in dictionaries, while the creator Stevie Wilhoit insists it is pronounced GIF. But I'm still gonna say GIF. GIF stands for Graphics Interchange Format and is a raster format. GIF only permits 8 bits per pixel or 256 different colors. GIFs do not support alpha channels due to the colors being chosen from the RGB color range. GIF is just a collection of images played in sequence for an animation. GIFs actually don't always have an animation, they can just be a still image. The GIF is lossless using the LZW technique. This technique reduces file size by identifying and encoding repeated patterns of data, storing recurring sequences as shorter codes instead of repeating the information. WebP is designed by Google and supports both lossy and lossless compression. WebP supports an alpha channel and is also raster based. WebP also supports animation similar to GIFs, but with better compression efficiency and higher color fidelity. The lossy compression uses techniques similar to JPEG, leveraging predictive coding and transform methods to efficiently reduce file size while preserving visual quality. Lossless WebP, on the other hand, uses advanced entropy coding and methods inspired by PNG to shrink the file size without any data loss. TIFF stands for Tagged Image File Format. TIFF is a raster format and supports multiple layers, high bit depths, and optional alpha channels. TIFF allows both lossless and less commonly lossy compression. Because of its flexibility and a high quality, TIFF files are often quite large and not ideal for web use. Final one, PDF. PDF stands for Portable Document Format. PDFs support both raster and vector formats. PDFs are lossless and includes layers, transparency, and even multimedia content. PDFs can also include interactive elements like hyperlinks, forms, and annotations. Now that's the majority of the major ones. I ignored some details on some, so there's more of an overview. If you want to look into more detail on specific formats, just look it up yourself. That's all. Bye.